Welcome to the How to Organize Yourself video series. Everyone is getting more email these days. Learn how to keep your email cleaned up and organized so you ultimately spend less time searching for what you need. We are going to talk about how to organize your email a little bit more efficiently while you are trying to keep everything straight, especially since we're communicating by email so much more and more, including teachers and students. So the first thing I'm going to do, I don't have a lot of emails in this account here, but it's enough to give you an idea of how to manage this section. So the first thing that I want to show you is this. So I've got this new assignment that I just got. I'm going to open that up. And it's going to tell me, oh, okay, I need to get that done. I don't really want to do it right this minute. So I'm going to look at the rest of my email first just to make sure that I know what I'm doing. So I'm going to label all my email that I need to do first. I can either within this assignment, I can click here at this icon at the top, mark as unread. I'm going to do that here. But I could also do it out here. If I click this box, you can see it up here. This says mark as read, but if I did read it, it would say mark as unread. So that way then I can say, oh, I need to keep this marked as unread and bolded so that I remember to visit it again. Now, another thing that I can do is come over here to this star. And this is something that's important. This assignment is important. I need to remember to do this today. So that I'm going to go ahead and click that star. The next thing I'm going to do is then I can also see that, oh, hey, this is important because one, I kept it as new. It's something I still need to look at, but also it's extra important because it is starred. So now I'm going to go down to this private comment that was added. And I want to make sure that I respond to my teacher about that, but I don't need to do it right now. So I'm going to come back over here. I could have kept that as read. Let's go ahead and click that box beside it. And now you'll see that the icon says mark as unread. So let's go ahead and click that. But now I want to star this too, but I don't want it to be the same star because I don't want it to be confused with the fact that this one I need to address very soon. Whereas this one, I need to just get to it today or tomorrow. But it is still important. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come over to the settings wheel. I'm going to click on this. Come down to settings. This is also where you would change your theme if you haven't already figured that out and done so. They do have some new themes in here, so check them out. And I'm going to scroll down a little ways. And these are things you can all look at and try to, navigate and see if something would make sense for you later on. But right now we're going to look down here for the stars category. So now you're going to take, right now, the only star in use is the yellow star. So I'm going to take this red exclamation point, or what they call the red bang, and I'm going to click on it and drag it up next to the red star. I'm also going to, for now, I'm going to take this green check and I'm going to click that up here next to the other one in case I want to use it later. Or maybe I could use the purple question mark. Like maybe it's I'll end up having an email that I need to ask a question about or I don't understand. Maybe I want to have an email. Maybe I get emails from my friends and I want to make sure that I respond to them too, so they don't think that I'm, not paying attention or that I don't care about them. So maybe my favorite color is blue, and I'm going to take the blue star. And I'm going to put that up here too. Now, if you'll notice, I can move this anywhere I want in this group. So I probably have more. I have friends that friends that email me. So I'll put that here next to the yellow star. But I probably have more teachers that I need to get back to than I have friends that email me. So I'm going to take the red bang and put that second. The reason I'm putting them in this order is because when you click on the star, and we'll see that in a minute. Actually, let's go back there. So let's go to the bottom and make sure you save the changes or it won't work. And then I'm going to come up here to this added private comment because I want to make sure I get back to my teacher on that one. So I'm going to click on the star and it's yellow first. If I click on it again in order, it goes to the in order of the icons that I just placed in the star section of the settings. So here, this one, I'm going to give this one of those red exclamation points because I know it makes me see that visually that I need to get back to this person, but this yellow star needs to be done first. If this one were one of my friends, I could toggle through these stars until I get to the star that represents my friends or that makes me know I need to respond to one of my friends. So another thing that you can do, let's say I've read this email, I don't need it anymore, which is very true. It is just the Google telling me that I haven't set up my account all the way. I could put, if I don't want it in my inbox, then I can put it over here in what we call a label. Now, before I get to labels, make sure that if you have your email set up this way, where you see this primary, social, and promotions up here, make sure that you are clicking on each one of these because you may be getting emails that Google has decided that it falls under a social email category or a promotions email category. A lot of times your assignments from classrooms will end up in a promotions tab. If you want to turn those off, they're easy to do in the settings section, but make sure that you are checking those places. Now back to labels. So let's come over here to the more section. Go ahead and click that. Scroll down. This is where you will find where you can find like your spam mail, where if you accidentally deleted something, you can find it in your trash here. Categories are something you can also set up, but we're going to talk about labels right now, which is also another name for folders in this Google email. So go ahead and click, well let's just create a new label. You can manage your labels at another time. That gets a little more tricky in that there's a lot that you can manage with your labels. But right now, we just need to create a folder or a label. So go ahead and create a new label. And I'm going to label this important. Oh, my caps lock is on. Important school stuff. Or, yeah, that's good. Now, then I'm going to click create. Over here, you'll now see a new label called important school stuff. So let's say this email here was an important email from school that I wanted to keep because it would remind me of things that I needed to remember. Or maybe I'll have a question about it later and I don't need the information right now, but I will at a later date. So I'm going to take this and just click and drag it over top of the important school stuff. And now you can see that it's bolded and it has a number 1 here. That's because that email that I just dragged in there, I hadn't opened yet. So it's telling me that there is one unopened email in the important school stuff. If I click on that, you'll see that it's now here. Let's go ahead and click and open it because we don't need it to be new. We'll come backwards, and this is where now you'll notice the dark is it's no longer highlighted or no longer bolded, and you don't see the number 1 next to it anymore because there's not a new email in there. So let's say I now want this one here to go inside a folder within the important school stuff because I need to keep this one for my science class, let's say, or ELA, because that's what it's for. So let's come down to more again. Scroll down to managing labels, but we're going to create a new label. And I'm going to label this ELA Keep. Now I want to nest this label, and you'll see what I mean in a second. If you click that, then you're going to select the parent, or the where is this folder or label going to live. I'm going to have it live in the important school stuff, because the stuff I need to keep for ELA is important school stuff. So click that, and then you click create, and you'll notice over here, important school stuff, ELA Keep. There's two little folders with one folder within that one. I can even click the little arrow so it disappears and it's not taking up space. Now I can take this and move it over into the ELA Keep section, and I've just cleaned up my email. I can do that with the other two that are left, and then I've only got the ones that I absolutely need to see here. It's much easier to look at things that have visual cues for you and to keep your email cleaned up. If you keep everything as new, or you keep all of your emails all on the front page, it can get very tiring and difficult to organize yourself and keep things straight. So do yourself a favor and use some of these tips, like the keep your emails as new. Use the stars or the little extra little icons like the red bang or the green checkbox. Use your labels so you can move all these into places that keep all your emails organized. And the last thing is if you don't have your notifications turned on with email, that's a really good idea to do, especially in this time of distance learning, because we're at home. So we're feeling like a little lazy maybe, and maybe you're not around your computer all the time. But if you turn your notifications on, then that'll let you know, oh, I have a new email. And maybe it's a new assignment. So click onto settings, just really quickly. I'll show you how to do that. Go into settings. It's very close to those stars that we were just talking about. Scroll down to desktop notifications, and my mail notifications is off. So if you click on new mail notifications are on, it's going to tell me that when a new item comes into my email box. Make sure you go scroll all the way to the bottom to save those changes, and then you're all set. Okay, good luck and happy distance learning.